Trump blames George W. Bush for 9/11.
A little bit of a backstory on 9/11.
On September 11, 2001, 4 passenger planes were hijacked by radical Islamic terrorists. Almost 3,000 people were killed as the aircraft was flown into the World Trade Center, Pentagon, and the Pennsylvania field.
Just hours after the collapse of New York's Twin Towers, a conspiracy theory surfaced online which persists more than 16 years later. Debunked! Some of the first theories that started were in Europe, and there were a bunch of books written about them, and they were all titled The Big Lie and stuff, and that's when it started. And then it slowly they treated the US with amusement about it and weren't taking it seriously. Deja, I found something interesting.
Right.
It says right here, is it just me, an internet username David, that the airplanes itself are not what blew up the World Trade Center?
What?
Interesting.
Between September 6th and 7th, the Chicago Board Option Exchange recorded purchases of 4,744 put option contracts in all UAO and 396 call options. Did it cause war?
9/11?
Yeah.
No. Well, basically, Iraq and stuff, where we fight them, and ISIS and all that, it's kind of a form of terrorist attack.
Well, it says that they questioned whether the oil factor in 9/11 provided the United States and the United Kingdom with the reason to launch a war they had wanted for some time, and suggests that this gives them a strong motive for either carrying out the attacks or allowing them to take place.
A common claim among conspiracy theories is that the Northern America Aerospace Defense Command issued a stand-down order or deliberately scrambled flights late to allow the hijacked airplanes to reach their targets without interference. So they had scrambled late flights, that gave the hijacked people a thing to reach their targets.
Simpsons happened to do an episode in 1997 when 9/11 happened in 2001 with predictions, so to say, of 9/11.
But they've also predicted Donald Trump and things too. They predicted a lot of things.
She's got more.
The Simpsons? No, it's just about the Simpsons. You see that? You see that? 9/11 New York Twin Towers? Wow!
Talking about more 9/11 predictions. You are not kidding. Now there's a couple YouTube channels I found that compiled a lot of clips from years of 9/11 predictions, and most of these were in children's TV shows. Yeah,
So that happened 2 weeks before 9/11.
2 weeks before.
2 weeks before.
That's a bit sketchy.
So what is that supposed to say?
It's planned. But there it shows it's going from bottom to top.
and then this
Same
one,
burn.
1995.
It still says it's brand 1995.
Get out of town before it gets to you, and I'm out of here.
That's 3 different scenarios in kids' TV shows.
Batman cartoon.
4.
The Twin Towers destroyed, so
That's
was
just kind of creepy.
It's time to destroy.
And the Pentagon, which all happened during 9/11. This was 3 or 4 years before.
And this next one is more subtle, but really freaking out.
No, you stupid.
The same year. Oh.
Yeah, right behind the main character.
That's-
poster of a tower
See,
that's
that's
Okay, there's so many things you have a TV show on for kids, and the fact that you have that in the same year 9/11 was actually happening. That's kind
and most of them were before even the 2000s.
6
It's
months.
for effects.
Difference.
Now the
Years
actors, Twin
before
Towers,
9/11
with two
happened
large
there, right?
That other one was in 1997.
Yeah.
plane
The
Also,
Simpsons was in
who wrote the posters
1997.
though?
Your Simpsons was in 1997 too?
Who wrote the posters
What?
that made that same time
Twin
too?
Towers, they're saying arthritis is going to collapse them, and this ad came out a year before 9/11. I know what you're thinking, Shane, this isn't a theory. Yes, it happened. People were predicting 9/11 all over the place. Well, the theory is that all of this, the movies, the ads, the cartoons, are all a part of something called predictive programming. So here is the definition of predictive programming. It's a subtle form of psychological conditioning provided by the media to acquaint the public with planned societal changes to be implemented by our leaders. If and when these
So basically, predictive programming is putting things into our heads to kind of show us what's happening, but not
like saying like, oh,
saying
this is actually legit happening, you know.
So what they that was like yeah, that's very true. Simpsons is a prime example. And then having like 5 cartoons show 9/11 before it's happening makes no sense.
And it says like all the like places hit or whatever were like so strategically planned.
Yeah.
It had to take like years to like plan it all out.
Completely true.
And if these are all like American TV shows that are like predicting this,
everyday tasks.
I mean that kind of yeah.
Oh, there's a list.
Still taken.
Yeah.
On the day of 9/11, the Taliban foreign minister told the Arab television network Al Jazeera, "We denounce this terrorist attack. Whoever is behind it, the United States requested to be shut down." Probably because they knew that they did it, and they were like, shut down, and then opened the inspection, turned over to Osama bin Laden.
Ooh.
No way. So it says another one is that the government like knew about the attacks, like with the Pearl Harbor thing, because they wanted to propel the U.S. into war to like start something with like Afghanistan and stuff.
And it says when the American Airlines Flight 77 hit the Pentagon exterior wall, it created a hole approximately 75 feet wide, according to the ASCE Pentagon Building Performance. For the exterior, basically collapsed about 20 minutes after. But with something else, I don't know what it was, it collapsed a lot faster. Like 9/11, it was collapsing a lot faster.
So they basically said that it was what?
It basically said they both created big holes and they created, or the fire went down very fast.
Faster than intended?
Yeah. Faster than it should have gone down.
And maybe the plane's
Faster
wings
than it
were
should have
bigger.
for just having it fire down that much.
Okay.
75 feet.
Was the plane actually bigger?
Wingspan is 211 feet.
So that's not even possible. So they were completely wrong
Yeah.
if they crashed
Because if
into
the hole
planes.
was approximately 75 feet and the plane was 200 something feet.
Right.
Then they were wrong.
Without the wings, it's only 20 feet. That's what it said.
So it just said this. Why wasn't the hole as wide as the 757? Wait, 577's 124 feet 10 inch wingspan. A crashing jet doesn't punch a cartoon like an outline of itself, but says the professor. What was left of the plane followed the structure as in a state closer to liquid as a solid mass.
So I remember watching a video.
I'm not trying to find out why was the thing like, why was the hole on the same side as the wingspan.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Is I remember watching a video and they were talking about it where that like the plane or whatever was happening, the stuff was too big. Like the damage was not the same as what the planes were crashing into. They assessed the damage and that's what they said.
This one says that.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So it's like,
This one says that the planes that hit the Twin Towers and the Pentagon were missiles surrounded by holograms that were made to appear as planes.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But how they have that like, futuristic stuff like back then though? But we didn't have this stuff now with holograms like that.
Yeah, that was 2001. That was 18 years ago.
Okay, so like the main conspiracy of it is that Bush did it. The president of the United States needed a reason to attack and invade Iraq and Afghanistan, so he arranged the September 11th attacks to justify his actions.
Oh, to say it was war.
Right.
Pretty much an inside job by the government.
That's what we all think.
That 9/11 was staged to justify the subsequent, whatever it was, wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. So what is that saying, that they did it so that it would cause the wars, that the wars would start?
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Like it says, there are many conspiracy theories that attribute the planning of the execution of September 11 attacks against the United States to parties other than or additional to Al Qaeda, including that there was advanced knowledge of the attacks among high-level government officials. So the U.S. government could have had this planned out.
So basically, like, these little things that we're researching, like, add up to why no one trusts our government today, because, like, with the 9/11 thing, Bush thought that, or everyone thought that, like, Bush did it, which is a part of our government, and that just, like, builds up to why we don't trust it today. Like, it doesn't make sense, so I don't want to say it if it doesn't make sense.
That's okay, it doesn't have to make sense.
Okay.
This whole thing doesn't make sense.
True. Insider trading involving United Airlines and American Airlines, the airlines involved in the attacks, and the certain defense contractors proves that there was extensive foreknowledge regarding the attacks.
Also, this says,
Oh, so they knew it way before. So it's basically saying what we've said the whole time.
So just add on to that.
That
no,
it
Flight
was
77
inside.
again, it says, conspiracy theories insist that there was no plane wreckage at the Pentagon. In reality, a Boeing 757 was never found, claim but asked the question, what really hit the Pentagon? So was it like a holograph thing, right? Like, was that actually? Because there was no, like,
none of us know.
there was no wreckage at the Pentagon of what happened. There was just debris,
Yeah, we don't know.
but no actual wreckage.
All we have is
So was it really
the people that were affected.
Yeah, but honestly, they probably got freaking laughing gas and was like,
Because we all know that this is like a sensitive topic and that the families were really affected. Like, plenty of people died. It's nothing to joke about.
Right.
But it's just some things don't add up, which makes it sketchy and which makes us want to
wonder, like, was it really?
was it how it said
That it was
happened?
it was?
Right.
Exactly. As
Yeah.
a terrorist attack. Can't speak.
Is this true? The world may never know.
So yesterday we researched the conspiracy theories of 9/11.
Okay, so what did we all talk about? We talked about, like, predictive programming.
With, like, cartoon shows for little kids.
And about how, like, they showed, like, even, like, years before that
Yeah.
happened, there was, like,
So there's, like,
signs and
multiple
stuff that
TV shows that had the 9/11, like, falling the building and everything, but
like, airplanes hitting the
it
building.
was way before.
Yeah, it was, like,
this
5 years
happening.
before.
There was one that was the same year, and it was, like coming soon.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
like,
It was, like, 6 months
It was
before.
April of 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So coming soon of the Twin Towers getting struck.
Exactly.
Another one was the holograms with the Pentagon and how the measurements were way off, so they thought that, like, a hologram was doing stuff.
Okay, so then that kind of goes into, like, the plane dimensions. Some of them didn't
Didn't add up.
They didn't add up at
Like, the
all.
wingspan of the plane should have been the same as, like, the hole in the building, but it wasn't even close
Yeah.
to the same.
That wasn't even a part of, like, the hitting of it.
Yeah. The holes are completely different sizes.
Another one is that Bush did 9/11.
People think that Bush did 9/11. We don't personally think that he did 9/11, but
Yeah.
a lot of people do because
He was the president at the time, wasn't he?
And it took, like, so much time and so much inside information to, like, know everything that happened.
and
I've heard
they
inside
wanted
jobs that
the
happened.
war, like, starting war, like
Yeah.
a reason to start war.
But there was no, like, good thing that came out of 9/11. It was all
Exactly,
bad
it
things.
was all bad.
So I don't know why they really want that to happen.
So many
but
people died.
there must be something behind it, why they wanted to cause, like, action or something
Right.
to make them do it.
So that was what we did. Yay!
Yay! And that also leads into the trusting the government, which we'll talk about later.
Yay!
Breaking news.
So, basically, they, like, found parts of the plane that we're researching right now.
So it says, found, or this was posted 13 hours ago. MH370 found, question mark. Many investigations narrowed down the jet's location to the same patch of sea. So that's some tea right there. It says,
we finna spill it.
the Malaysia Airlines other flights 370 missing on March 8, 2014. It came to the same conclusion that MH370 must have been in a certain patch of the sea in the Indian Ocean about 130 miles long. And there's a bunch of news things about how it might have been found mid-flight.
Wow, guys.
Oh my god.
That's like kind of.
Okay, you know what? That's kind of
That's so weird.
look at sketchy. Not gonna lie, that it came up while we're researching him, and it's fine.
Look at possible location at 8:11 a.m. Let's see. Science experts share the theory about the missing plane. If they actually find this, that'd be like insane.
Okay, so the Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappeared on March 8, 2014 after departing for Beijing with 227 passengers and 12 crew members. And it said that the flight ended somewhere in the Indian Ocean, but no further explanation has been given. And it's being questioned by a lot of critics, and there's a lot of theories about it right now.
But basically until today, because now they're saying that they found it.
Right.
Yeah.
MH370 proof Malaysia Airlines plane were hijacked for a Chinese origin shocking claim. Was hijacked and the initial origins of 135 Chinese passengers overboard could have harvested a conspiracy theory that has claimed. So maybe it was hijacked.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, so everyone's is saying that the plane was hijacked instead of.
Okay, let me explain the
Being-
black box thing again.
Okay.
Alright, so they found the black box, which is like the recording of the pilot saying that they're not human. And that's the only thing that got picked up. So, like, some people think it's aliens, some people, like, could be.
Could be possessed.
Yes, there's a lot of different things going around for it.
True. I think it's worth the fact that we researched it today and it came up found.
Right.
It so is.
It was
the
just
fact
meant
that
to be.
looking
That's
for it for
insane.
so long and it just like
Right. 4
It
years.
was 2014.
5 years.
2014 that plane disappeared.
Yeah.
And all of those people are still missing. There's still not
not
a
a
single
single-
head
I wonder if
accounted
any of them
for.
were alive is what I wonder.
That's
I know.
what we all wonder. But if, you, like Sydney was saying, it was something to do with like a Chinese hijacker. What
Yeah.
if that person was just doing it to cause chaos?
Right.
are the passengers on MH370?
All those innocent people.
Let's see.
And like the family members of
they have no
What
idea.
of them, like they have no idea what happened to them.
MH370 passengers are alive and being held captive as prisoners.
That's-
Say the relatives.
Whoa, wait, what?
So the relatives think that they're being held captive.
Oh, they
as
think
prisoners.
that.
I thought you said that they are.
Well,
Sorry, I
that's,
was like,
that's
bro.
what it says.
The family
Are
members-
alive and being held captive as prisoners. Say relatives.
Okay.
So the relatives say they're being held captive as
Oh,
prisoners.
well,
Okay.
they haven't seen them in 5 years, so what else were they
Well,
supposed to
then they
think?
probably think it was hijacked.
Or they're dead.
Exactly.
They're either being held prisoners or they're dead.
Yeah, and then it's like if they're alive.
Wouldn't you think that the bodies would show up if they
We're dead.
were dead?
Right.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Have they found any bodies?
No, there's not a single evidence except for a couple wreckage, like Sydney had said,
Of the
in a
Malaysia
vault,
Airlines.
in a special vault that they have
So
kept
some
it.
of the plane. So the plane is obviously down.
But with no one knows where because it should have turned
But
up and they
if
should have
think
been
that
able to
Indian
find
Ocean, they're
it.
trying to find it right now and they almost found it, I think.
They
So
took
if it's in the
submarines
ocean,
out
the
and
people
stuff.
had to have
Drowned.
swam or drowned. Because if they would have drowned, they would have showed up on shore eventually.
Exactly. That's why it doesn't make any sense because it's 5 years later and they
And
should have
there's
shown
how many
up.
prisoners on that plane. There's a lot. Not
227
Passengers.
plus 12 crew members and they're all
Wait,
missing.
Let's see. Missing Malaysia Airlines plane spotted.
Oh.
Down in Cambodia with the dragon emblem.
Emblem.
Whoa.
What the heck?
The amateur investigator added that the farmer described seeing a dragon-like emblem similar to the red and blue logo of Malaysia Airlines. So must have had some of the same kind of logo thing that he must have saw, like the farmer saw somewhere. That looked like the same one. That was in the same flight that MH said. This was February 16. Submarine searching ocean could find Malaysia Airlines MH370. It was all on the ocean somewhere on the.
So they must have been like, they like spotted it, and then they're just now telling everybody because they know it's for sure now.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Breakthrough and extensive search of the Indian Ocean could find MH370. So apparently, it's in the Indian Ocean. Look at this picture they found.
Let me see. Oh.
Bruh.
So, guys, If we find these
Well-
figures,
Just a heads up. There's aliens out there.
Why do you say that?
What?
Why do you say that?
Because you know what? There was a box that was a black box found that was like a cry for help, saying that they're not human.
What wasn't human? What are you talking about?
Like I don't.
the people.
So the people on the flight?
Could be.
Or it could be like
Or some on the flight, or
else?
something hijacked that was
there's
not
also-
a spaceship.
There's also
370 hit the ocean. They say it would have been broken into tens of thousands of pieces, which may float, like the seat cushions or something, and it would have ended up washing up on shore. And
Yeah.
it hasn't.
5 years later and there's still nothing, so
did
that
they
makes no
find-
sense.
So where did they find those pieces in the ocean?
didn't say.
Well, they went out to go look for the plane because it didn't arrive.
But
And they didn't find
What did
anything.
they find?
It said in the Malaysia Airlines vault, the plane that the place that it goes from. They have a secret vault of pieces from the missing plane.
They have
How
pieces?
they get them?
Yeah, exactly. If the whole plane should have showed up besides a couple pieces. That makes no sense if there was just
Unless
like a
they're
couple
setting
pieces.
them up and putting the pieces in different spots.
Yeah, is it Americans or is it Chinese?
Right.
Yeah, we never know. Probably try another one.
Oh gosh.
To Frankfurt via
They're
Aruba for
obviously
departure.
not
This
American.
is nothing. This is nothing. They're just like saying hi.
And they're not American, you can tell from this.
For departure 6000, please Fox 2106 Malaysian 6.
Oh, these poor aged people.
Nation 370, request level. 370, we are ready, request level 340 to...
Okay, so this is when they were taking off in the flight.
Yeah. So there's nothing.
Too crazy.
Yeah.
Standard route.
You're unreadable.
Say again.
Bravo.
The standard route.
Taxi to Ribena 411, runway 3 to right via standard route, Horseshoe Bravo.
The coded message military style.
Go, India.
So this message was a coded like style.
Sierra, Tango,
So
Deciphered, it reads S danger SOS. It is dire for you to evacuate. Be cautioned, they are not human. It then gives coordinates to a possible location and a date. When putting the coordinates into a map, it points to almost the exact location the Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 vanished from radar.
So that's gotta
If you don't remember
So-
MH370,
that means that the audio, the person was trying to warn whoever else,
It's out there that is they're not human.
including 2 infants, 12 crew members, 227 passengers.
They're
Still
innocents.
all many
Like
babies.
babies.
Still all missing.
it was
Saying
the
that it's
plane
not
that
human.
disappeared just over 4 years ago and was never found. So of course, other Twitter users quickly started asking if the message was somehow coming from the Malaysian missing plane, or if it was the last message from the plane's black box, which is a flight recorder to help find
That's
and
a
listen
plane?
to crashed planes.
Yeah.
A couple of
big
questions here is, how did the message end up with
How
this
can you not
random
find that
plane
big of a
recorder?
plane?
Is the
the
message
ocean, though.
coming from
Yeah, hold
It's
on.
freaking
This
huge.
it's talking about where like it came from, like how this kid happened to get it. So
a missing flight? And if so, why is it coming 4 years later? With the message saying they are not human, does this mean an alien was on the plane, or a UFO is riding next to the plane? With all the recent hackings that have occurred, it is not unlikely for a message to be getting out into the wrong hands. If you don't know what I'm referring to, this is starting to becoming a little bit too common. In January, Hawaii residents got a text alert saying a
Oh,
ballistic
yeah, yeah.
missile
Oh, yeah.
threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek
it
immediate
wasn't
shelter.
a drill,
This
was
is
it
not
not?
a drill.
It was completely
In
fake.
September,
Wait, what was that
a
for?
man's
What
voice
was
heard
that?
That was in Hawaii. There was a missile launch that said that was going to happen, but it was completely fake.
Extremely
And then it
violent
happened?
times.
It never happened. It was
Wait, what
completely
that-
fake.
What was gonna happen?
that
missile
there
launch.
was, like, yeah.
Like a bombing.
So that's another thing that's completely counterfeit.
So it totally this like entire thing with the whole human thing could totally be made up.
So there could be no people.
Right. No, like
It could be no voicemail saying that they're not human. It's
yeah,
just
like, it
someone
could
else's
be someone just
conspiracy.
making it up.
What the heck?
Yeah.
But also the end of the world, same thing. They said the world's gonna end like 7 times.
Oh yeah, remember 2012? They said the world was gonna end, but it never did.
Have any of us really felt alive since 2012? No.
We researched the MH370 missing plane.
Okay, so yesterday we talked about how, like, the plane disappearing. There was a farmer that saw the emblem of the plane
It was
months after it disappeared.
I think what it was, he said the emblem was the same as the plane that wasn't missing.
Yeah,
from the same Malaysian Airlines.
Same Malaysian airline. And
it was the same, so we thought maybe this could be it.
There was 239 people total. There was 12 crew members and 227 passengers.
And
all
they haven't
missing.
found any of them.
None of them have turned
So I
up
feel like
yet.
that's like.
And the day that we started researching, they literally found like a huge part of it.
But there was no passengers.
Yeah.
But all the family members still think that they're alive somewhere.
Or they think that they're kept as prisoners.
Yeah, kept as prisoners because people think that the Chinese, like, took them.
Yeah, they think that the
Chinese
has something to do with
airline.
like shooting it down. A lot of people think that it was shot down.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
So for the research on Chuck E. Cheese, which is our last and final conspiracy, a lot of people think that basically if you go and order a pizza and you don't finish it all, they'll take the pizza off and like reheat it and just put cheese on top of it and just like melt it. And there's a ton of pictures that show like none of the pieces match up. Like there's pepperonis folded over on one side but not on the other. Ooh, gross. Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese is a gambling casino for kids.
It's a con. Anyway, so another conspiracy about Chuck E. Cheese is that it teaches kids how to, quote, gamble. It's a very casino type establishment, and it gives you horrible prizes, and you gotta spend a ton of money on these tickets that get you nothing.
Exactly.
And it's just
Their
not
prizes,
a good...
like their cram machines are mostly rigged.
Right.
Yeah,
Can't win
all of
prizes.
it's rigged.
Mm-hmm. It teaches kids horrible things that they should not even be
Like
Worrying about, like, they're so little.
And they
Yeah.
keep asking parents for more money, and they keep getting more money, and they keep getting nothing in return.
Right.
And they eat horrible pizza.
and then they just die. See ya, Chuck E. Cheese.
Get to that.
Let's go sit over there. Yeah.
I just got the goosebumps.
You just got the goosebumps.
I just got the goosebumps.
Medium pizza, just cheese is $11.99. No soft drinks. If you really know the store, like what is in it.
He's a liar.
So we have
Kids gambling.
Guys, but I'm really feeling the need to gamble right about that.
I want to win tickets and get prizes.
Like, yeah, let's go see.
I really prizes.
Let's go play.
Is that why it's so loud? Because they want you to play their games? Gambling?
much I spend that thing? Again? I got 2 tickets. I'm sweating. We just copped some more tickets. 100. I swear. Boy, that is rigged. Well,
One ticket you win, and you're gonna get target. And 3, 2, 1, let's play.
Bring my water!
Riggs.
water. Did you push yours to start?
Riggs.
Gosh, hurry up. This game's boring.
You won.
And 2 tickets. Every single time. These games are rigged.
More tickets. Kendra, do you play basketball or something? No. That's boring. It looks kind of normal. No, it doesn't. It's kind of crooked.
Look at that one. Look at this one too.
Sketchy, bro. First of all,
This one doesn't fit.
yeah, no.
They don't fit. They don't fit. Oh my
I mean, I'm still gonna eat it. I don't know.
They don't freaking fit. Oh my gosh.
First impressions, go.
Is it good?
Do you like it?
I vote we go spend the rest of this.
Exactly 100. 100 tickets.
For how many games did we play? Like 7?
Yeah.
We played way more than 7. We played like
That's kind of a rip-off, don't you?
myself.
It's kind of a rip-off.
We better get something good or I'm gonna cry.
Let's go. The 2 airheads. You don't have enough for those things.
You have a 60.
No, we have 49 left.
What are you talking about?
Those are 100 apiece. Airheads.
Just get something.
Get mini airhead. Those are 30.
Why didn't you get 2 airheads?
How much do you have left?
Yeah, we can get one of these. Wait, how much do you have left? 20? 19. And then you can get one of those next. Yeah, we'll have fruity.
Deja, what do you get?
Get a fruity.
What does Deja want?
I want an airhead.
We got an airhead.
We got an airhead.
We have 2 airheads. Then get a fruity. It's fruity. Alright,
Well, that was rigged.
I want a freaking orange. Grabs a carrot and run.
We spent all of that.
And this is nasty. 100 points. Oh my god, that's hard.
Hang out today. I mean, I would. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you. Wow, everybody. So, probably not the type of single dad I'd be looking for.
Chuck E. Cheese accomplished.
Until next time. See ya.
See you next year, PBL.
Conspiracy theories equal done. So yesterday we went to Chuck E. Cheese and we FaceTimed Emily Ann, so she was there too. One of the first things we noticed was how loud it was.
You really can't hear a thing. Like,
No.
it's like kids screaming the whole time. Or kids crying. Also, it smelled like poop.
Oh, it smells bad.
It did smell really bad.
Pizza didn't fit.
The pizza did not
We
fit.
tested out our theory. We got half cheese, half pepperoni, and the pieces did not line up.
No, they did not. They didn't line up at all.
Eh.
It was okay. It was a little rubbery.
Pretty good pizza, but
The
And-
fact that it doesn't add up is kind of weird.
And all the
fact that
little
people
kids,
said it was
the little
most
kids gambling and stuff.
Yeah, most pizzas you buy like somewhere else are like completely circular and they're like
They're
they
8
fit.
pieces.
Yeah, they're 8
And
pieces.
the prizes
It was
were
10.
so many tickets.
Yeah.
It's like the gambling thing. First of all, we got this pass thing, and
For $20.
Yeah. So it was like $20. And how many tickets total did we get? Like 100.
249.
And we got 2 Airheads, 2 big ones, a small one, and then
A fruity.
4 Fruities.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all we got, and
For
we
$20.
for $20.
You can
All
buy
the other
big bag
prizes.
Fruities at like Fairway for like $5. Not even.
Not even.
Rip off.
Complete rip off.
Yep.
What do we think of Chuck E. Cheese?
It's
a
somewhat
flop.
fun.
Okay,
but, like,
you know what?
It's a
they
scam.
cheat the games.
It was kind of fun, and we got a.
I feel like if you're
creepy.
If
It's
you're
Chuck E.
if
Cheese
you're a little
man's
kid,
like
I
a
think you'd like it
robot.
because it's like fun games and it's like bright colors, entertaining. But like if you're
It's
an
fun
adult,
if you got a lot of money and don't care about spending.
We
it.
also got in trouble for taking a picture of Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, and don't care about sanitary guidelines.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yep, that's about it.
Okay, Chuck E. Cheese is a success.
ish.
Reasons why people believe conspiracy theories because they don't trust our government.
So the first topic we looked at was 9/11.
And people think that Bush did 9/11, and he was the head of our government at the time, because they think that he ran it just to cause a war between another government.
So it adds tension with another country. So then they don't trust our government, and then it
Doesn't work. And
I feel like no one's happy unless there's like conflict.
conflict, yeah. There has to be war. And then to talking about like the plane disappearance, apparently the Chinese government tried to take the people from the plane to cause war from like Malaysia. So no one's ever happy. It's always the government trying to control things.
right.
And Chuck E. Cheese is a corporate organization run by the government, which is another thing. It's predictive programming, putting things into kids' heads
Chuck E.
at a
Cheese
young
gambling.
age.
Those pieces aren't
Yeah.
spend your money.
So, what could we do to make the government more safe, trustworthy?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like kids can't really do anything though, because like we don't like.
I feel like if the government was more trustworthy,
If they weren't so secretive about everything.
yeah.
Be more open about it, and they like.
There's some things that need to be
Yeah.
kept private, but it doesn't have to be as sketchy as 9/11 was. That's still a topic that goes on forever
Right.
and forever because nobody knows what
There's a
really
major event.
happened.
Yeah,
Yes.
they've never like publicly addressed like what actually happened. It's all just been stories from other people.
Like news headlines. and
Right.
Things like that. Not the actual government like putting on the press or whatever.
We're done.
Yeah.
He's our inspiration, right?
Yes, we heart you, Shane. Sponsor us.
Road work ahead. I sure hope it does.